Good day, guys. I'm the most civilized savage, and this will be a good one on the Declaration of Independence, right? He has called together legislative bodies at places unusual, uncomfortable, and distant from the depository of their public records for the sole purpose of fatiguing them into compliance with his measures. Wow, this is real interesting considering all the stuff that is happening currently, right? Um, People getting canceled publicly, the government shutting down whatever they want because of opinions. Um, Even bills getting passed without everyone knowing what's being passed. Wow, that's wonderful. Places uncomfortable, right? What about when, what was that? A couple years ago, they were having these private meetings. Well, it was in Washington, so it wasn't private. It was public, right? Like the fucking Capitol building is public, right? Like stuff is public, right? No, it. There is so much to say about this one thing that everyone thinks is okay because we get fucking the media telling us this and that because we aren't up to our ascent, so we shouldn't be allowed to know certain information. Even 50 years later, half the shit is still blacked out. That's not okay. You have the real fucking words somewhere. Otherwise, you're really hiding shit, and that's not okay. Right? But today, you're even hiding shit. And where is the transparency? Right? Y'all are shady motherfuckers. And you have been for a long time, and we're catching more and more of it every day, and people are just letting it slide because there's other shit happening. The course of human events is happening. And you have it set up your own way with your own agenda, and it's bullshit. Oh my god, is it bullshit? And more people are coming to see it. And it's not okay that it's gotten that far that everybody can see it. Like, y'all have been shady motherfuckers for a long time. And y'all have been in your own interests and your own desires for way too long. And your foundations aren't the principles that America was founded on. You want to shut people up. You want to stop other people from producing money for your own money. You're monopolizing in a certain way. If there was ever a monopoly that I would call it, would be the U.S. government. Right? You can still invest your money into them all day, every day. And what good do they do? Like, for real, what good do they do to me? Right? Well, they do me good. I'm not gonna lie. They do me a lot of good. I'd rather be here than any other country in the world. Right? But here's the thing. Am I allowed to judge them for what they are doing wrong all across America and to our public faces? Right? And the things that they are hiding but should be public, it is bullshit. Right? They fucking come on the cameras and they say this and that, and then they go into their little closed room and they just fucking talk amongst themselves and go to work with each other like it's an average day. They all have to get along. They all have to talk and compromise and be friends. Otherwise, they're not going to get anything done. right? And these three branches have fucked us so hard it's not even funny, right? Have you ever asked what your mayor's done in the last 20 years? Probably not. Why? Because there's been a couple of them. Well, what have any of them done? Nothing. Okay. Waste money on things they think. Blah, 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 right? What about our police departments? Some of them do a lot of good. Some of them do a lot of not so good, right? What about many departments, right? That we can go on department to department like UPS, right? Are they following every standard? Do our hospitals follow the standard to all their guidelines, right? Everyone has to follow a standard, but are the people that make the standard following the standard? And so when places unusual, uncomfortable, and distant from the depository of their public records, well, they try and hide so much from us because they're bullshitting us all. And you can fucking smell it off of them. What? You haven't smelled bullshit off a politician? Jesus Christ. It's pathetic. Right? Fucking, we can have a president that's 35. And we have some 70-year-old man that fucking doesn't know his fucking asshole from his elbow. Fucking Jesus Christ. Some do-nothing politician. Right? At least Trump had a fucking model wife and some fucking history. Right, let's look at Joe Biden's history. Jesus Christ. A politician. Right? And we can say whatever we want about fucking whatever we want. Right? We can have different beliefs on the education system that makes politicians. Right? Or the laws that have been, are, could ever be, right? We could have disagreements on a lot of these things, right? The Federal Reserve, what it means to be an American, this and that, right? And that's all okay. We are allowed that, right? But when fucking your job is just to have an opinion, and that means you're a politician, go fuck yourself. Jesus Christ. Fucking. That's ignorant. But what do I know? Fucking law school. What are the laws? What are the laws that you have been brought under? Right? Are they good? Are they bad? Are they both? It's okay that they're both. Are we allowed to talk about the ones that are bad? No, we are not. For the longest time, I have not been allowed to talk about the laws that are bad and hypocritical and all the bullshit. And it's ignorance. People don't want to hear what they don't want to hear. Right? Are you not able to do things in good standings? Are you not able to take your own responsibilities for your actions? Are you not allowed to do a lot of things? Are you not allowed to use words? Words. Right? Am I not allowed to go outside of my house without a mask? Without 3 masks on? Well, that's getting interesting. Right? Where is the limit? I am born with what? My body. That's it. Right? And my brain and my mind, and everything else is just taught and given to me, right? From my education to my nutrition to my wealth to everything else. I have to work hard for it. I have to earn it. I have to read. I have to educate. I have to do this and that so that I may achieve what I need to in life. To just put one more foot in front of the other and trudge on, right? And it is fatiguing, right? This is the last part. But when you go against the flow and you still succeed, the treasures are more bountiful. Because you have proven to them that there is another way that it can be done efficiently and properly. And you have proven to them that their statistics were incorrect. And there are many things similar to that. And that is okay. But when they can't understand this, when they can't take criticism of their own life, like I have many times in my life, it becomes, why should I listen to them anymore? When they can't fix a single thing about themselves, why do I need to care? It's as simple as that. The fatiguing way of going into communism and socialism and blah blah blah. It's all right here and there. I don't care about it here and there, right? I like capitalism, which needs those things in certain aspects, right? But here's the thing: like communism, that's a house thing. That's what I do in my house. We are a community. We all provide for each other and survive amongst each other for the betterment of ourselves. Socialism is I go to my town, right? I need to be social, right? I need to dictate between them a bartering system of equality that we can each understand and are respectful amongst each other, right? But here's the thing, when I go outside my door, it's also a place of lawlessness, right? What do we call the time between a law being broken and the police getting there? What do we call that? Right? I'm pretty sure that's where liberty for all is, and I'm not sure if that's a good thing or not, because it's interesting. You can be persecuted wholeheartedly for defending yourself. You can go to prison for life, right? For defending your child, even. And that I don't think is okay in this world. You could be persecuted for your beliefs, for a lot of things, for communing to publicly bury a friend. Right? Well, while it was okay to bury that senator or whatever, it wasn't okay to bury a rabbi or something. I don't think that's really appropriate that you discriminate like that. That's prejudiced. I think that was in New York. That's as far away from me as DC. It can go fuck itself. Right? And I think that's part of the problem. It is these people are so far barren from just the realities of the world that they don't understand, right? They're all papers and numbers and not reality. Right? They're surrounded by guns, but they've never picked one up. right? They've never had to work hard besides reading what someone else wrote, right? The physical world doesn't mean nothing to them because they have a monetary world of zeros and ones that they represent. And you can take that in whatever value you want, but the cogs and the prerogative and the agenda they want, it will be happening, right? Because they're calling legislative bodies to these places. It's as easy as soon as the camera turns off, turn it on your phone and you can send an email to all of them, right? You can literally send an email to every single person that was in that room and say, hey, good job, guys. We did it. We put on the show. It's as easy as that. Right? Some of it was real life, some of it wasn't. Some people are blowing their fucking wits over nothing. Right? But why is it that people are scared to face their own constituents? That's interesting. All of them, right? At least have the courage to face America. Otherwise, get the fuck away from America. Right? If there's one thing I have learned in all of America, and I have seen from the first world to the third world, right? All of America. I've seen everything on this side of the Mississippi, which is fun. Well, continental at least. And my comments are, if you want to be American, it has nothing to do with what you have or what you say or blah blah blah. It has to do with your actions, right? Your words have to mean something because they have to be put forth by you. And you have to be defined by your actions in life. Right? And that's just how it is. Right? Some people might think you're a chump. Some people might think you're too kind-hearted. Or some people might think this or that. And those are all okay. Right? But the thing is when the time comes and you have to defend your ideals, right? Are you just going to stand there and be a yeser and a brown noser and all that, which is fine? There are situations which people get away with that and it does them very well. Good for them, right? At work, you have to be civilized. You cannot be a savage Neanderthal. That is not appropriate. What you do off the clock, I don't care. Right? That is the point. In your free time, you have more rights. You should be able to. But because of this whole system of bullshit and these people that make the rules and don't ask anyone, they just make rules out their ass like they fucking, oh my god, it's so ridiculous, right? They can't even handle the system that they have and they want to control everyone else, and it is getting to the point where it is pathetic at best. It is. And this is across the world that it's this pathetic. If you look at all these places and you go to all these places, apparently nobody fucking hates each other. Right? The thing people are hating is all the fucking governments being fucking stupid about shit. Mainly. Right? There was that big explosion of aluminum that caused the Beirut government or whatever fucking to collapse last year. That was fun. Right? If COVID didn't cause your government to collapse, fucking an explosion sure can. Just remember, America will come bomb you if you happen to have an explosion in our country, right? So that's a good way to end your country too, in some aspect. I remember 9/11. Pretty young at that time, right? And the legislative bodies just happened to lose a bunch of money the day before. That just happened to be estimated equal to the happenable amount we needed for the war. No comment. I'm fatiguing into compliance with my government's measures, like wearing masks in my own house because that would be good for me, and staying away from my own dogs and my children because that's good for me, and just being alone forever and playing video games and not going to work because I don't need work. I should probably get a YouTube job or some shit, right? And Brown knows those people and start censoring myself. That would be what they would want. That sounds good, I would think, right? And I should do this and that instead of what I am doing, which is for the betterment of myself, right? We could even go into them closing down the GameStop stocks. Wow. There are a lot of places of unusual, uncomfortable, and distant from the depository of the public record because the public wants to funnel into fucking. Who doesn't know that GameStop is a horrible fucking shit show of a store that's overpriced for fucking goddamn 20 years? Jesus Christ, nobody in the human history of anything wanted to go to GameStop for anything. You could always get it from the company. It's just it had physicals, right? That's it. At the same price, if not higher, because it had just a little bit more, right? And nobody thinks it's good. Destroy some hedge funds? That's against the law? No, not really, because that's fake money. This is all paper money, right? Look at our printed money, right? Don't make me start on that. So these measures of stopping people from having a right to even make stupid actions unless it's appropriate for them, I'm sorry, that's against the law. It is. Are you guys really that incompetent? We should be able to funnel ourselves into despotism just as much as you guys do. Why isn't that okay? You let us do it when you get your cut. You let us do it when everything else. But if too many of us are going to get our cut out of it, no, that's not okay. Go fuck yourself. Right? You're making all these rules like little fucking children. It's for me, not for you. And you're making it behind doors. Fucking, I never heard a fucking thing. Now I got a fucking ticket for no fucking reason. Go fuck yourself. And it's like that for everybody since fucking day one. You're making rules every fucking day. This and this and this and this. It's so stupid. It's real simple to fucking name the rules that should be applicable to most people. Are you really that incompetent of a government? Right? And when you start funneling money into shit that's failing and you think that's a good idea, we're all supposed to say, fuck yeah. But when we do it, you have to force us to stop? Shut the fuck up. All you do is funnel money into shit. Bullshit. Year after year, more bullshit for you guys. More bullshit for this and that. Fucking these rules and those rules. Fucking more money you steal from us every fucking day for this and that. It's incompetent. Right? You want to talk about price rigging? Go look at your fucking selves. Right? Didn't China get fucking caught for 4% of their gold probably being audited as fake? That's a huge leap of one periodic element that is very precious due to conductivity reasons and processing reasons. Right? And you guys don't have the balls to call them on that either. Like, there are so many things that I hear, and it's all just bullshit. And there should be no part of it. If you want to come steal my money, come to my door and ask me for something. Right? It should be as simple as that. Right? But you guys can't even do a fucking census right because you guys are so incompetent. You guys are so fucking ridiculous with your behind fucking doors, unusual places, distant from the depository of their public records and blah blah blah. You guys are so fucking Jesus Christ. It is ridiculous. And quite frankly, there's no need for it. Right? Either you guys are complying with the law and we should be able to know what's going on and blah blah blah. Otherwise, fucking you need to ascend to the laws that you persecute us for. And if you cannot do that, sorry. I am sorry. Do not make them laws then. Do not put your governance on other people because of your own fucking incompetence. Jesus Christ. It is ridiculous nowadays. Right, but I think I'm going to be done with this. I'm fatigued by this. I'm fatigued by the stupidity and everything else of all of it, right? Of all these people going behind my back since day one to fucking snake me out of some money or what knowledge or whatever else for no reason. No reason besides their own benefit, or they say they're constituents, but guess what? Most people I talk to, either side, don't want to rob from me. Why would they want to do that? Have I robbed from them? Have I done them harm? No, usually I'm trying to be a nice guy. Right? Usually most people are trying to be nice, right? So why do I need to pay into this and that? Come ask me. And most people would, if asked, would say, yeah, we might want to change how we're doing things. But no, we are forced to do things their way, and it's incompetent. At minimum, it's incompetent. They have all these illusions and delusions and fucking ideals, and it's so fiction. It's fictional bullshit. And I'm sorry. Just like what I am saying is fiction in many ways. There is a truth behind it that only I've experienced. And so when I say these things, it's hard to prove that I am not incompetent in the same manners that they are, because most people are human. And have I said some shit behind some motherfucker's back? Probably. But most of the time I've had to back it up to their face. And sometimes that's been bad for me, and sometimes that's been good for me, right? I'm human. You win some, you lose some. Shit happens, right? But that's how it goes. You have to back your ideals, or who are you? Why should I listen to you in the first place? Like, fucking Jesus Christ, Joe Biden was talking about taking some guy with a fucking straight razor, or fucking some shit, fucking during his fucking electoral run. Please let me say I did that to some guy. No, you can't be fucking saying that shit, right? But what do I know? The fucking what's good for thee is not good for me, right? And whatever they say behind their closed doors affects me here today, even though I don't know what they're actually saying. They get to make the choices. Whether it's right or wrong or anything else, they have already made their choice and it is going to go their way. And that's the end of discussion. When you go into a courtroom, the lawyer and the judge have already discussed your case and they have decided these are the course of actions. Go forth. Yes. Anything the witness has to say. Excuse me, there's a fucking lot. But they don't tell you can say that. Right? You trust your lawyer, you trust your dirtbag judge, you fucking. It's all good. Whatever. Whatever. It's all whatever, right? They can decide whatever. It's okay. Right? Work more, eat less. Taxes can be whatever. Rules can be whatever. You can have to pay $1 million for this or that because you have to do this to get that. Right? Fucking whatever, people. Right? You make the rules, not me. You trust these people that are fools to make all the rules, and it's incompetence, and I'm supposed to believe it all. Right? When I read, I read what they read, I read what the guys before them did, I read what the guys before them did, and it's all just bullshit half the time. Right? So, what do I know? Have a good one.